The NFT landscape has been rocky since its conception, and around every corner is a critic warning against the technology's adoption. HitPiece is one of the many companies using NFT tech for novel platforms, and they've already been called out for being a scam. However, months after the backlash, they finally relaunched, and they've got more tangible offerings this time around. We'll be covering that and more in today's video. First up, the HitPiece relaunch. HitPiece first made headlines back in February when it announced its service would let fans own copies of music through NFTs. This was accompanied by a list of albums and songs that could be minted as NFTs, touting huge names in music like Bob Dylan, Taylor Swift, and the Beatles. Other smaller artists were also featured in the announcement. However, the company soon faced backlash from netizens that claimed it was a scam. There have been many instances of new services springing up that have made use of artwork that they didn't have permission to use. In some cases, well-established media giants were also accused of allowing NFTs to be minted on their platforms without confirming their origin. There's clearly a lack of regulation for this technology at the moment, and HitPiece just so happened to launch when public scrutiny of the tech is at a high. Fortunately though, HitPiece recently relaunched after taking stock of their platform and policies. They were previously in the test beta stage, but now have formed stronger industry ties and partnerships as they gear up for the fully fledged release. Rory Felton, the company's founder, said that the brand recently signed deals with young artists and producers like ATL Jacob, Gnar, and Gotit. Next, Felton on HitPiece's initial launch. Felton has also spoken to interviewers from Input, speaking up about the lackluster initial launch of the service. He admitted that the launch had occurred before he had properly set up the service, having neglected to secure proper guardrails around the product. That error led to worrying miscommunication and challenges that eventually led to the service going dark for these past months. But Felton says that they've come out of it stronger, learning from those mistakes and hoping to build upon them. The launch garnered a significant negative attention, as we've mentioned earlier, and the chief legal officer of the RIAA was one of the primary critics. The RIAA is a trade organization that represents the music recording industry in the U.S. Ken Doroshow, the CLO of the RIAA, said that HitPiece was a scam operation. Felton addressed these comments by saying he didn't agree with them at all. On top of that discussion, he also added that the brand wasn't actively speaking with the RIAA, but was still in talks with recording labels. It's strange that the company isn't looking to gain the support of the RIAA since it's such a huge part of the music industry. That might prevent the company from engaging with more established acts. It's also probably why the company was scrutinized for advertising huge acts during its initial launch that were likely associated with RIAA. Several artists had come forth to share that they hadn't consented to their music being used as NFTs by HitPiece. Thirdly, HitPiece strengthens its verification. The main concern that most people have with NFTs at the moment is the fact that everyone is trying to link NFTs to content that doesn't belong to them. These violations are facilitated by companies that don't take an active enough part in trying to verify the content which is listed as being original and which can be traced back to the original creator. HitPiece is looking to avoid those legal battles by bolstering their system of verification. Felton spoke with Billboard on the situation. He said that over the past few months, he'd learned that the company had to button up when it came to allowing any part of their service to be publicly available. That, of course, meant that the company would have to ensure that they secured the necessary rights to use any content that they'd make available on their platform through NFTs. Apart from in-house verification of this content, it said that HitPiece has also partnered with the music rights company known as Audible Magic. The partnership would allow for the verification of ownership of any new music that will eventually be minted into NFTs. This news is promising, as it suggests that new services attempting to take advantage of the young technology are finally trying to take responsibility and regulate the way they operate. Now, upcoming features. Apart from simply offering a novel way for fans of music to own content, HitPiece is also looking to be a platform that offers a social space for their customers. Think of Spotify. Sure, you could simply listen to the music you like on your own, but the multi-million-dollar platform also offers a way for you to engage with friends and strangers over shared music interests. You can make playlists with others, you can all add music to a single queue so that everyone can share an audio experience, and you can also get recommendations for new music as a group. It's clear from recent news about HitPiece's future plans that they want to adopt somewhat of the same philosophy with their platform. The site hopes to introduce what they call a music lounge, where owned NFTs can be listened to in a shared music room, called an immersive listening room. At the moment, the rights required to create such a space have yet to be obtained, but Felton says that they've been working with music licensors to secure them. He also reiterated that the company isn't working with performance rights organizations, opting instead to contact individual songwriters, publishers, artists, and labels directly. Lastly, a direct response to backlash. So HitPiece has been subjected to a lot of criticism, and though they've relaunched over the months in the dark, they still need to take accountability for what occurred back in February of this year. We've mentioned already that some artists were surprised to hear that their music was listed on HitPiece. One of these was Bleacher's Jack Antonoff. Antonoff tweeted a response to others expressing discontent with the brand, stating that any NFTs of Bleacher's music was fake and that he personally doesn't believe in the technology's efficacy as a way of distributing music. Another prominent artist, left at London's Nat Puff, was particularly enraged by the situation, claiming that random individuals were profiting off of his work by minting NFTs on the HitPiece platform without his consent. He ended his tweet by saying that NFTs were terrible, and if you support the tech, you're indirectly contributing to the downfall of independent artistry as a whole. Shortly after the initial wave of negative responses, HitPiece responded. They tweeted saying that they hear the negative feedback, but they're trying to mold the space to be ideal for music listeners. The post then went on to claim that artists did in fact get paid when NFTs were sold on the platform. However, they did acknowledge the discontent and promised to continue listening to feedback and evolve to fit the needs of artists and listeners alike. Next, in other related news, Tencent halts Huanhe NFT sales. Tencent is a monster of a tech giant based in China, and they're always looking for new revenue streams. They had set up an NFT platform known as Huanhe last year in August to take advantage of the NFT craze, but even with the power behind it, the platform has recently taken a major hit. China had banned cryptocurrency mining and trading last year, which left major questions regarding their treatment of the NFT market, because NFTs are based on the same tech as crypto. After Chinese state entities warned that NFTs were being used as speculation, Tencent was forced to remove any mention of them from Huanhe. Now, they've also been made to halt their operations, though users that own NFTs on the platform can still hold, display, or refund them. Next up, Excel spreadsheet NFTs go on sale. If you haven't scoffed at any NFT concepts lately, you're sure to at this one. DataRails, a financial planning company that integrates closely with Excel, has recently announced the sale of NFTs created using art produced in Microsoft Excel. Don't discount it too soon though, because it's all for a good cause. The proceeds of the sales will be donated to victims of the war in Ukraine, with the NFT art showcasing scenes from the conflict as well as portraits of Ukraine's current president. Lastly, OWNIC sells official sports card NFTs. A new platform making use of NFTs has been announced, and it's known as OWNIC. The platform will feature athlete card NFTs that change dynamically as a player's performance changes. Each of these dynamic NFTs, or DNFTs, will have an XP score, which represents the card's power. As an athlete's career progresses and their form changes, so too will the card's XP value change. The thing that makes OWNIC so great is that it only makes use of officially licensed NFTs, minted after a licensing agreement was reached with the athlete or team. That offers the platform a legitimacy that is rarely matched in the landscape as it stands. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think HitPiece deserves the backlash it received? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.